right, so just grabbing something around your house or in your altar that's beautiful to just have in front of the computer. Just a reminder, I have a big piece of obsidian here that I'm pretty sure it's obsidian. Actually, I'm not 100% sure, but I've had this for a long time and I just came out of it. It's what you make the arrowheads out of. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. But it's really beautiful and dark and mysterious. Grabbing a blanket to put underneath your hips if your limbs are long, and grabbing something to put under your feet if your limbs are short. So just kind of getting yourself set up, just kind of shake out your body in any way, to close your eyes or look away from the screen for a moment, just kind of check in with your body. Your body might already say, yes, it is my hips today, or it is my shoulders today, or it is my ankle, my toe. Just allowing yourself a moment to just check in with the body. If it already is speaking loudly, it's that area. And then I like to remove the flesh from underneath me to help root down those sit bones. So just taking a moment to either come to stillness, close your eyes, or look down at your own body. Feel your feet planted, supported by the earth. And I'll ring the bell 3 times to bring us into this moment and into your practice today, allowing yourself to listen not only with your ears, but with your whole body. Just noticing the temperature, the energy, the sounds in your room and outside the room that are a part of this practice, your practice. Just noticing your body and that relationship to what's around you. And notice the hairs on your skin, even if they're tiny. You have to imagine noticing them. Just what that relationship is to the temperature in the room, whether those parts of your body are covered with clothing or if they are in the exposed in the room. Relax your eyes. Relax your tongue from the top of the mouth if it's resting there. Open your jaw, your mouth a couple times to let yourself arrive. Even bring in a little yawn. Oh. And ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Just realigning, sitting just a little bit taller, even if it means you might need to grab a pillow or have some support behind you to feel like you can sit a little taller. And start to notice the breath. It's how clear is each nostril? What parts of your body move as you inhale and exhale? You're breathing from your chest, your belly, your low belly. Just bringing that attention down, turning our neocortex, our activity, our thoughts down, just turning the volume down. Just imagine just turning it down. You can turn it up later. Just turning that volume down, and then the body volume comes up a little bit. Just tracing what moves as you breathe in and out. Just noticing how quiet or busy the mind is and how challenging or easeful that turning down the volume is in this moment. Bringing in a gentle rocking, either forward or back or side to side, still with your eyes closed if that's available, just to acknowledge that body has weight and that weight shifts. And then slowly coming back to center. Let's take 3 big breaths together. Inhale. Exhale, open the jaw, relax the jaw, and the exhale, maybe even making some sound. 2 more times. And if you find yourself slouching at all in next inhale, straighten just a little bit more. Inhale. And exhale out. And then just breathing out, in and out through your nose a few times if that's available. Still tracing what moves, your chest, your belly. Maybe even feel the breath down your arms or down your legs, your little muscles of your face. And then bring your hands together in front of your heart, rubbing those hands together, creating some heat, some nourishment. What is it that your heart needs today? Really listening, right? It could be energetic, spiritual, physical. What does it need? And then left hand comes to the heart. Feel your warmth. Right hand over the left. Bowing to your heart. With great respect and love, I honor my heart, my inner teacher. Acknowledging that you have your own greatest wisdom throughout our practice, and to listen to that and to honor wherever you're at today. Setting a simple intention for yourself, one word, one sentence, really feels pertinent to you. Inhaling that word in. And exhaling, releasing the arms down, bringing them down by your side. And then we're going to palms up, inhale, looking up. And it could stop here and then palms down. So smaller movement, right? It's just going up and then palms down, chin to chest. And then larger movement is palms up, looking up, and maybe the palms touch. So let your shoulders decide on how far you go. Your head is just going up, your eyes are looking up towards your ceiling, towards the sky, and then chin towards the chest, towards the earth, towards the ground. Just bringing in these 2 dynamics into being human, right? Eating food, sun, earth, grow, body, grow, sun, nourishment, water. Just taking a moment to honor that and the elements all around us. And then bringing the hands to the thighs, squeezing the shoulders back, looking up, sitting cat-cow. Inhale. Exhale, roll the shoulders forward, chin to chest. A few times at your pace here, squeezing the shoulders back. Feel the heels down into the earth here. And again, if your heels are lifted, bringing a towel or a blanket underneath them. Noticing the breath. Option to bring the arms up, bringing them hand behind you, and then palms together, chin to chest. You decide how far you go in each direction. And let's bring those arms really wide, looking up, inhale, and then we're gonna give ourselves a hug, squeezing yourself. Chin comes down to the chest. You might walk those fingers back towards your spine just a little bit more. Literally giving yourself a little squeeze, maybe even rocking from side to side. some of your own nourishment, your own tenderness. Taking 1 or 2 more breaths. And then inhale, reach your arms open. Other arm on top, giving yourself a hug. So opposite arm over, whichever one you didn't do. And just this is the less comfortable side. Just noticing, and then again walking the fingertips as much as is comfortable back behind you. Chin comes down towards the chest. And again, give yourself a little squeeze, a little pat on the back for showing up today. And then bringing the arms down. Let's do a little neck opener today. So again, if you want to adjust your feet, I tend to like my feet a little wider when we do seated, but you're welcome to bring them a little closer. Okay, so just adjust for your body. We're going to bring the hands down. I'm going to drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Left hand might come to the top of the head, just releasing the right side of the neck. If it's available, closing your eyes here, and you might reach that opposite arm, the right arm, up just a few inches, just to kind of notice what happens with the shoulder, the connection to the scapula, the deltoid, the bicep area, and then this the SCM, the sternocleidomastoid here, is the big muscle holding up our head, but there's also the levator scapula muscle, which is also connected to the scapula and the shoulder. So just kind of notice all the muscles, even if you don't know the muscles, just to imagine that you do, right? When you feel into the sensation. And some days, and you might even bring the palm out and then make a fist just to see what that does. So open the palm and then make a fist. And then slowly bring the arm down and come back to center. Finding length in the spine, and then right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the top of the head. And it's very light, right? I'm not really pushing that hard, but just enough. You'll know your limits. And then again, experiment with that hand, that opposite hand, the left hand. If it's available, closing your eyes. And again, still feeling your feet on the ground, right? You can try the palm open and then making a fist. So any movement that feels good to you. 1 or 2 more breaths. And coming back to center, let's do a fold. Let's bring those feet a little wider. Forearms come down to the thighs. So option 1, staying right here. Option 2, hands come to the floor. And option 3 is coming to a standing fold. So picking the option that's best for you. Sending our toes a little love. Looking at your toes. Thanking them for being a part of your foot, each foot. 1 more breath. And hands come to the thighs, pushing yourself up to a seat. Let's all shake it out a little bit. Shake it out. Get a sip of water. Move your body. Let's grab a strap or a scarf. Could even be a big, like a belt of some kind. So go ahead and grab something that we can use. Yeah, if you need to grab something, go get it. Yep. So it could be a scarf, a belt. You can even do a long sock. Okay, so just a long sock. And I'll actually come to my side just so you can see the side view of this one. Okay, I'm gonna open up the shoulders a little bit more. All right, so this comes behind me. So I just have mine folded in half. It's wider than shoulder width, right? And it's coming behind you. And for me, it's not hitting the back of my chair. It might for yours, so just kind of check that out. Okay, so feeling my feet on the ground, and then I'm gonna inhale, lift this up. It's actually going higher than my chair, but not higher than my shoulder. Okay, so I'm just slightly arching the back, looking up, chest comes forward. Nice. Taking a breath here, and then release, chin comes down to the chest. And then try that just at your pace a few times. So inhale, lift up, And again, you decide how far apart those hands are. You can try this, and then chin comes down. Bringing your hands further apart and then bringing them closer together with the breath. Opening the shoulders, squeezing the scapulas towards each other. Do 1 or 2 more times. And then relax. Just bring the chin down to the chest. And pause, opening the back of the neck. And then we're going to bring the strap out in front of us. Inhale, rise up, not higher than your shoulder, right? Feet grounded, sitting nice and tall. And then you're just trying to rip it in half, whatever that is, right? So again, try it really wide and then walk your hands a little closer. Just try it in different variations. And then just resting as needed, right? Bring your hands down as needed and then adjust the position. Try it with your hands a little closer together, just about shoulder width. And then really wide. Building muscle all around our arms, right? In different positions. So strengthening the arms, strengthen shoulders, and also stretching the shoulders, right? Nice. Just 1 or 2 more breaths. You could stay up the whole time. And rest. Shake it out 1 more time. Shake out your body before we do the next one. Could do this like figure 8, seated figure 8. So actually now I want to show you the seated figure 8. Okay, let's rub our hands together. Gathering some energy in those hands. Feel the heat, right? And then just bring them 1 inch apart. And then if you can, close your eyes and just bring those hands apart as much as you can still feel the connection, that heat, the energy you just built between your hands. Just how far apart can you reach those hands while you're still feeling connected to each hand? It could be just 1 inch, it could be several feet. You can move them closer together to just kind of feel into the different energy, the flow. And then we're just gathering this little chi ball. Okay, so just making a little ball here. Okay, it's a little chi ball. Making our little chi ball. Welcome, Carol. Yeah, we're making a little chi ball. So rubbing your hands together, just making a little chi ball. And then we're just gonna sway that. We're gonna kind of pass the chi ball from side to side. So the top hand comes over as we rock over to one side. And you can even bring your hips into it a little bit here. And if you can, just close your eyes. We're just creating a chi ball of energy. You can imagine that it's this beautiful golden light, and put your favorite color in there, right? So what's your favorite color, 1 of your favorite colors, and just bring it in there, bring it in there, still moving it around. And then you're gonna bring that into your heart. So bringing that energy. Let's do 1 hand on the heart, 1 hand on the belly. So the belly is also our second brain, right? Like our stress, our food, like so many things can happen. Just soften the belly, soften the shoulders. If it's available, closing your eyes. And just pause here for a few breaths. Feeling the sensation in your hands connecting to your body. Bringing the energy down, away from the brain. Again, if thoughts are high, just turn down that volume. And then slowly bringing the hands down to the strap. And we'll do the shoulder, continuing with the shoulders. So we're going to bring the strap a little further than shoulder width. We're going to inhale, bring it over our head. And then from here, we're going to try and rip that strap apart. Feel the chest lifting up, looking up here. Okay, so I don't want the shoulders forward here. I want them back. Looking up. 3 breaths, trying to rip that strap apart. Nice. still breathing, and then bring that down. And then I want you to try different positions. So either bringing it wider or closer together, hands closer together or wider, right? So it'd look like this if it was closer. And then looking up, chest come forward, feet on the ground, feet planted, beautiful. And slowly coming down. Try one more time, just your way, whether it's far apart or closer together. And then we're gonna leave our arms up here and we're gonna do a side bend. So from side to side. So side bend just a bit. And coming back to center and then over. So really keep your butt planted here. You can even make this a little smaller, right? It doesn't have to look that big, just a little side to side like this, right? And then you can drop one ear to one shoulder. So if you're going to the left ear comes down to the shoulder. Going at your pace. And then bringing the arms up one more time, going back just a little bit further. And bringing the hands down, chin to chest. Back to cat-cow. Hands come to the thighs or arms out. Squeeze the shoulders back, looking up. Inhale, exhale, roll the shoulders forward, chin to chest. Your pace. And then when you're ready, we'll come into a fold. Again, bringing the knees wide, forearms come down, half lift, staying here, or hands to the floor. Reaching the hips back, they are grounded. One or two more breaths. And hands come to the thighs if they're not there, and squeezing. Sorry, coming back to the seat. Let's do some heart circles. So we're just gonna leave your hands on just above your knees and not on your kneecaps. And we're just gonna inhale and exhale. Kind of opening up the back body, waking ourselves up a little bit more. And then you can add in the cat-cow, right? You go at your pace here. So if this feels good, go ahead. If you're feeling a little dizzy, please go slower, right? And then you can add in the cat-cow, right? So just what does that look like for you? You can even drop one shoulder, squeeze the shoulders back as you come up. Get creative with this. Same direction, just a couple more times. And then next time you come down, switch directions. So you're letting your heart guide this movement, shoulders, chest moving, coming into this brief fold to really let your body decide what it wants here. And then come back to stillness, shake it out a little bit. Even stand up and shake it out if that feels good. And then let's bring one wrist out, palm down, and then so left hand comes out in front, right hand comes over the top of the hand. Okay, and we're just gonna press just gently, and then you're gonna bring it out to the side, those fingertips out. Down and out. This is good for any computer work if we're doing. Just gonna open up the wrists. Other side. Your body will decide when to stop, right? It's not gonna question this because my sides are different. So, and then we're gonna interlace the fingers, bring them out in front of you. Inhale, exhale. Oh, excuse me. Just really tapping into that parasympathetic nervous system here with these yawnings today. Hopefully it's relaxing and not making you sleepy, which is both okay. And then coming down, I see someone yawning. Option 1, just staying low, okay, like this. Option 2, bringing the arms up over the head, and then bringing the tops of the hands to your head, backs of your hands, and then bringing them up, looking up, and then down. So continuing like that a few rounds. So inhaling up, interlace fingers still, top of the head, squeeze the shoulders back so the elbows come back, and bring them up and then down. So a couple more times, your pace. Sitting nice and tall. And coming down. Nice. Let's do a fold. So it's up to you if you want to do it like we've been doing, right? The seated fold. I'm going to do a standing fold. So I need to stand at this point in this practice. So I'm just going to show you. I'm going to come down to the chair. Okay. So I'm standing in front of the chair. I'm going to inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands, forearms come to the chair, release the head down. And then I'm going to bend one knee at a time. And if your belly's in the way, you can walk your feet a little wider. So we're opening up the hamstrings in the standing forward fold with the chair. And since I see that most of you are doing the standing version, let's bring our hands to the chair. And let's come into a downward dog here. So we're going to walk your feet back. So your forearms can stay on the chair, if that feels good, or your hands. And then reach back into that downward dog. And again, bending one knee at a time. Opening up the backs of the legs. And then walk towards the chair. And come to standing. I'm just going to adjust the camera. Let's do a couple standing poses. Let's do some warrior one with the chair. Just so you can see my body. Okay, there we go. Should be good. So the only prop we need is a chair for this particular one. All right, so I'm standing. We're coming to our mountain pose just like we were seated, right? I'm gonna bring my hands to the tip of the chair. You can also use a wall for this particular version. And you're gonna step that left foot back. And you're gonna, left heel is down and the big toes are at a 10 o'clock position. Okay, so hips are squared towards the chair, and then you're gonna walk that front right foot a little bit further and then bend into that right knee, coming into our warrior one. So option 1 is just leave your hands on the chair. Okay, and then option 2 is to bring your hands to the heart or come into cactus arms. And if you're in the cactus arms, whichever version you're in, I want you to feel the chest lifting up, squeezing the scapulas towards each other. Feel maybe a tiniest little backward bend here. So you decide which version. 2 or 3 breaths. Calm face, calm eyes, calm cheeks. Feeling into your strength, maybe bending a little deeper into that right knee. And then hands come to the chair. And you're gonna reach the hips back, straighten the right knee. Okay, so this is a nice hamstring stretch. I'm gonna scoot back a little bit because I'm a little too close to the chair. So you decide, and you can even bring your forearms down to the top of the chair or even to the bottom of the chair. So I'm straightening. If it's really tight here, your hips are still square towards the chair. Okay, then I want you to bend and straighten that front right knee. Okay, so if it's super tight, and if it's not, if you're like, I got this, then I want you to sustain this pose for several breaths. Let your body decide where it is at today. Nice, everybody. Yeah, adjust for your body. And then if it's available, hands come to the chair. Step that right foot back, coming into a downward dog or a fold, whatever feels more comfortable for you before we switch sides. Nice. One more breath. And then step that left foot forward. We're going to do the other side. Right foot comes back. And start close, right? We're going to start close. You can always adjust further apart. You can start pretty close here. Hips squared towards the chair. Hands at the top of the chair. And then step that back foot further. That back right foot is at about a 2 o'clock position. The toes pointing on the clock. Bend into the left knee. Find the stability in your feet and your body. Then decide if you want to bring your hands into it. Hands to the heart. Cactus arm. So what's your version? 3 breaths. Nice, everybody. Beautiful. Breathing. And then hands come to the top of the chair. Slowly bend, straighten that left knee. So either leaving your hands there or bringing the forearms down. And again, you're not squaring your hips to the right. The hips are squared towards the chair. It's really tight. Bend and straighten into that left knee. Just taking a couple more breaths here. Noticing the difference between this side and the other side without judgment. Hands come to the chair or low or high part of the chair. Step that left foot back, downward dog. Or if you're ready to come into a standing fold, go ahead. You can also come to a seat. 3 breaths wherever you are. If you're in that standing fold, inhale halfway. Exhale, hold. Inhale, strong legs all the way up, arms up. And hands to the heart. All right. I wanted to show you something with the wall. So if you can get a hand on the wall, go ahead. If you can't, just try it later when you have a wall. I think most of you do. Okay, so I have my right hand on the wall and I'm just gonna big step forward to open up the shoulder. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. And I'm gonna step back. And then I'm just gonna do that a couple times to see my hands in that same place. It's about shoulder height. Suspending, and you're kind of going back to that warrior one stance, right? And just try the other side. I won't stay here too long because I know some of you don't have a wall. You're just walking a big step away. Opens up the pectoralis muscles, the front of your chest. Just trying that one more time. And coming back to center. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake out the body. Shake out the body. Nice. Let's do a version with the chair. So we're just gonna step, it's kind of a version of warrior 2. Okay, so we're just gonna bring one foot up to the chair. If this is too high, you can bring your foot onto a block, you know, yeah. And then soft knee on that bottom knee. So this knee isn't locked, right? The one that's holding yourself up here. And then you're gonna bring your hands to your waist or your hands out to your side. You're gonna look over those left fingertips. Just finding stability here. Looking at those left fingers, thanking your arms, thanking your hands for all that they do for you on a daily basis. Relaxed face. Relax shoulders, spread the fingers a little bit further away from each other. And then you're going to bring that bottom arm straight. So you can bring the forearm down, option 1, and then just come back to warrior 2. So this is option 1. It could be up and over, right? And then option 2 is bringing the bottom arm straight. The hand might even come to the chair. Okay, so I'll show that one more time. So option 1, forearm comes to the thigh. The top hand might not come even that far. It might even come to the hand, to the shoulder. And then warrior 2. And then option 2 is bottom. Both arms stay straight the whole time is option 2, right? So there's, might even just touch the chair. And then coming back to warrior 2, looking at those left fingertips. Just experiment what this is like for your body here. You really want to have stability. So I have a chair on a mat. So if you find that your chair is moving, you might want to put it on something, right? Put it on a yoga mat, even if you don't do floor yoga. Nice. 1 or 2 more breaths, everybody. And then we're going to do a triangle with the chair. So I'm going to take this foot off the chair, walk a little further away from the chair, and then I'm going to keep a heel on the chair, toes up. Okay, and then we're just going to slowly, so I'm standing nice and tall. Again, bottom knee is a little bent, and then I'm going to just bring the hand. You could even touch the top of the chair here, flex the toes right here. That's it. Option 1, just staying right here. Option 2, reaching the top arm up. So we're getting the inside of the leg here, right? Looking forward or up. And you can also move that bottom arm, like I'm holding the bottom of the chair here. 1 or 2 more breaths. And then top hand comes to the waist. Use your core to come back to standing. Bring that foot down to the earth. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake your wrists. Shake your shoulders. Then shake your hips. And then your ankles. All right, check in with the joints. Check in with the joints, always, right? All right, let's do the other side. Let's do a fold your way with the seat standing. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Hands to the floor, to blocks, to the chair. Nod that head, yes, 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 I want to be relaxed. Nod it, no, 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 I do not want to be stressed. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, arms wide. Inhale, lift the heart up. Arms come up. Optional backward bend, engage the glutes. And hands to the heart. Nice, good job. Again, a little shake, get a sip of water. I'm gonna take a quick sip. Actually, most of you are in the base and we know it's a little warmer than usual. Anything over like 65 is like warm. So it's warm. All right, so I forgot to mention that also my toes are faced, the bottom toes is faced towards the camera. Just wanna make sure they're not faced out, right? You'll have more stability that way. And before we move, just notice how different this side is just by bringing this up. And again, you could also be like on blocks here, right? It doesn't have to be this high. Hands to the waist or arms out by your side, looking at those right fingertips, right hands. Relax the shoulders, spread the fingers a little bit further apart. Feel into your strength here. This is our love warrior, right? Warrior poses are all love warrior poses. Feel your strength, arms up or down. 1 or 2 more breaths, nice. And then forearm comes down to the thigh, top hand comes again to the shoulder, to the rib cage, arm up. This arm, to sides, right? Coming back to warrior two in the forearm, or, so it's option one, keeping both arms straight. Right, so we're not bending the elbow. There's a little more core work, especially as we come back up to standing. Nice. Feet planted, super stable, right? If it's wobbly, you need to fix it, right? Especially with the chair, any kind of chair yoga, right? We want to really make sure that chair is stable. And then we'll come into our triangle pose. I'm going to take the foot off the chair, walk a little further away from the chair. So I'm still facing the same direction as the chair, right? It's on my side. So it should be at the side of you ideally, but you know, depending on your space in the room. And then I'm going to bring that right heel to the chair. And just notice before we move, left knee is still bent slightly, right? It's not locked. I just want you to feel what this feels like on the side before we move. Notice. And then when you're ready, bottom toes are flexed. Okay, so it's just that heel. This might be enough for some people just to stay right here. Okay. And then if it's not, you're going to slowly just caress your leg as you come down to the top of the chair, to the bottom of the chair. You could even grab one of your blocks, have a little bit more space here. And then maybe the top hand comes up. So you decide. And then looking forward or up. So your version of this triangle pose. The legs look like a little triangle with the floor. Let's take one or two more breaths. And top hand comes to the waist. Use your core to come back up to standing. Bring that foot down to meet the other foot to the ground. Shake it out. Do a fold your way. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, arms wide. Inhale, lift the heart up. And hands to the heart. I just wanted to show you, I know some of you don't have access to a wall. I just want to show you a wall push-up. I don't know if everyone knows how to do a wall push-up. You can also do it with a chair. So let me show you with the chair. It has to be stable. So my chair is super stable because it's on a mat. So let me show you this version first. So I like to come into it from downward dog. And then I'm going to walk my toes back a little bit, drop my hips looking down. And then you can even do a push-up here, or you just come into plank. Then reach the hips back, walk the feet closer, downward dog, and just try that a couple times. So that's option one. You can also just do something else if you're like, I don't want to do push-ups or plank. Totally understandable. Yeah, just going back and forth, the standing, the downward dog. And then with the wall is you bring your hands to right about shoulder height. And then you walk your feet a couple feet from the wall. And then you bend the elbows, come as close as you can, engage the core here. And then to challenge yourself more, you walk your feet away from the wall a little bit more. Inhale and exhale as you engage that core. So I just wanted to show you a couple core workouts with the chair and the wall. So just try it for another minute or so. You can also hold the chair, you know, different chairs are different, so you can hold the side of the chair. Hold, how many seconds can you hold that plank, right, if you're doing plank pose? And then let's all slowly bring our forearms to the chair. Interlace your fingers. Let your head hang, neck hang. Maybe bend one knee at a time. Open up the legs a little bit more before we come back to a seat. Hands come to the chair, walk your feet towards the chair. Come to standing, and then we'll come to back to the chair. Yeah, so those are a couple new things. If you liked something and it worked, you got it, right? Hopefully. Let's come into a twist. So again, I remove the flesh from underneath me. Help root my sit bones down. Inhale, find length in the spine. And then I'm going to bring that left hand behind me. It could be to the bottom of the chair or the top, right? I'm going to start with the bottom. And then I'm going to look over my left shoulder. The right hand comes to the left thigh, and then that back hand might adjust. And I'm going to look as far back as I can behind me. And with every exhale, it's kind of like your belly button's going in towards your spine. You can also use the wall. I have the wall behind me, so you can also use the wall here and bring your hand to the wall. Breathing. Coming back to center, finding length in the spine. And then same thing, right hand comes behind you, find length, twisting all the way, looking back over your right shoulder. Left hand comes to the right thigh, and then adjust that back arm for your body. A few breaths here. And then coming back to center, option one, do that over again. Okay, option two, crossing your legs, and you can actually just do like you're crossing your legs, or you can come into that kind of figure four that we do. So option one is just leaving your feet down like we just did, and then option two is just adding in, again, crossing the legs or the figure four. Okay, that extra hip opener. And then we're gonna do that same thing, right? Twisting over to the left. Three breaths. And then when you're complete, twisting back. Keep your legs here if you're in this figure four for just a couple breaths. And if you're not in it, just pause for a moment. Just breathing. Sitting nice and tall. And then place that foot down if it's raised. And again, go back to the other side with or without this leg, or bring that right leg over your left thigh. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist over to the right. Couple more breaths. Okay, as far back as you can in your room, even if it's not that far. So what is the furthest part your eyes can see behind you? And slowly coming back to center, bringing that foot down if it's raised up. Let's come into a seated fold. Forearms come down or all the way down, hands to the floor. Do any movement that feels natural to you. Listening to what that is. Hands come to the thighs. And I want us to do those heart circles one more time that we did earlier. So I really want you to feel into the shoulders, feel into your neck as we do them. So all the neck exercises we did, right? The dropping one ear to one shoulder, the cat cow. I want you to really bring that into this heart circle, right? Really check in with the neck and the shoulders. If you can, close your eyes. It's kind of like coming into that half fold and then coming to a really nice seated position and then circling. Beautiful. Just a couple more in this direction. You decide how fast, how slow, how deep you go. And then next time you come up to seated, switch directions. And try, if you can, bring your feet even a little wider than they usually are. So other direction. Let your hands stay on your thighs for support, right? So your elbows are bending. You come up using the strength of your body. And then coming back to center, just pausing for a moment, maybe bring those feet a little closer together. And then we're going to grab the strap one more time. I'm going to just adjust the camera a tiny bit so you can see my feet. Okay. So we're going to bring the strap over that left foot. We're going to bring it out in front of us. So this, I'm mirroring you, right? So my right foot's planted, left foot's in the strap. So then this forces this foot to flex, okay? We're gonna take an inhale, we're gonna lean back so we have the support of the strap, and then we're gonna bend the elbows and fold forward towards that extended leg. You might need to adjust with your chair. Sometimes it kind of pinches depending on the chair you have. And you can also get another chair and bring your foot on the chair and do this, okay? So it's another version, is just putting that foot on another chair. Just folding forward towards that extended leg. And then if it's available, so option one is just continuing with this back and forth motion like so. Option two, I like to move my belly in just a little bit here, and then I'm gonna pause in a sustained pose. I'm resting one elbow on the thigh. I'm just gonna pause here. I'm not rounding the back, so my back is straight. So finding length in the spine, hinging at the hips, taking one or two more breaths. Nice. And then release. Bring that left foot to meet the right. Just pause for a moment before you switch sides. And then when you're ready, go ahead, using the strap or whatever you have. You can even use one of those PT bands sometimes, right? If there's enough, as long as you don't, yeah, they're strong enough. Usually they're strong enough. All right, so this left foot is planted, right, and stable. It doesn't move out to the side, right? It's kind of a different thing we've done. So finding length and then folding and adjust. I'm going to adjust a little bit with my butt, right? And then just coming down and back. Breathing. This should not bring any extra tension to the shoulders. The elbow is just bending to support you in each direction. And then again, continue with this motion, or you can move the belly in just a little bit and come into a fold, a deeper fold here. Not rounding the back. So if you're rounding the back, dial it back a little bit. Chin comes down. Nice. Couple more breaths. And coming back slowly, bringing that right foot to meet the left, shake it out a little bit. And let's just lift the heels. So lift the heels, see the heels lifted, and then bring the heels down, lift the toes up. So lift the heels, lift the toes. Just a few times here. So you're kind of engaging the calf muscles here, right? As we do that, just kind of notice so you're just lifting the heels, lifting the toes. Just a couple times. Do one at a time. So you can kind of isolate to see just what the different sensations are. Mine are quite different. And then both. And shake it out. Shake it out. Let's do a little side stretch. Actually, let's see, we didn't do a side stretch today. Let's bring those feet a little wider, a little side to side here. So you decide if your arm comes up or stays down, right? It doesn't have to go up. But if it can, bring the arm up and over. And you can always bring your hand to a block. And then pause on one side for a couple breaths. And again, the arm can just come up or to the hand to the shoulder. Nice, calm face. Inhale, come back to center, other side. Beautiful. And back to center. And just kind of check in with your body. Is there anything it needs before we just come into a resting pose? It's going to check in with your body. It's going to do a little shake out standing. And I like to use one of my bolsters here for kind of our Shavasana. Also, welcome to lie down if you are in a space where you can lie down on the ground with your feet maybe even up on the chair. And if you want a little extra hip opener, you can bring your feet together and let your knees fall out to the side if this feels comfortable for you. If not, just bring your feet down to the ground. Just come into a comfortable, restful state. Closed eyes or looking down at your body. Notice the oxygen, the air coming in to your lungs, through your nostrils, filling up your diaphragm, your belly, and then releasing and softening the belly. Soften the belly, no need to hold in. And just noticing the filling up and the releasing. And how do you want to fill up your golden chi ball on that inhale? And then you want to send that healing energy to your whole body on the exhale. And just continuing to relax for the next couple minutes, allowing yourself this time to receive rest, receive relaxation. And just taking a few deeper breaths. Big inhale and a long exhale. Feel every cell being affected in your body in this breath. And slowly just wiggling your fingers and your toes, checking in with your wrists, your ankles, your hips. Maybe even dropping one ear to one shoulder to see how your neck is doing and your shoulders. Still with your eyes closed or looking down. And if your eyes are closed, just slowly, slowly open them, but just the tiniest, really it's like peeling open your eyes the slowest you can, just to bring your awareness back into the room. I'll ring the bell one final time to bring us back into this moment. Please bring your hands together in front of your forehead as a reminder of clear thinking. To your lips as a reminder of clear speaking. And to your heart as a reminder of clear intentions, inner peace, and love to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me today.